Hello, welcome to Beacon of Truth Tarot. My name is Laurel. This is going to be a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has Gemini strongly in their chart. If you're interested in entering a drawing to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. You can enter the drawing up to 12 times by commenting on all 12 videos in this series. Today I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joyce Eakins, in case you're interested in finding the deck. So what do we have today for Gemini? Okay, starting out, Gemini, you have the Two of Wind, the Crossing in reverse, Father Wind in reverse, and Three of Water, Stream of Love in reverse. Okay, starting out, Gemini, you are coming out of a time where you were figuring something out, coming to your own truth. Your power in this truth seeking comes from your mental faculties. Like these two together, the Two of Wind and Father Wind, both in reverse, tell me that you were blocking out the outside world to come to your own conclusions. And I'm not sure you were able to come up with a solution because you've got Father Wind in reverse. This could be Gemini. Like it feels like maybe you don't know quite as much as you need to know in order to make this decision. And it has to do something with the community of people around you. It might have something to do with a third party in a relationship. And it feels like gaslighting in your immediate environment, and you're confused but trying to figure it out. That's what it looks like there. So in your world, Gemini, you've got the Devil and Brother Fire. Now the Devil falls in the position of you. The Devil want to come out? Yes. And I want it on the Devil. Mother Earth in reverse. Okay, we're going to get to this in a minute. Brother Fire is in your position of control. So your control in this is your ability to take action. In the position of you in the world, you have the Devil. It's being clarified by Mother Earth in reverse. This looks like you're contributing to your world not working. This looks like you possibly got into something you shouldn't have gotten into. It's caused your life not to work. The Devil often represents to me isms, whether that's narcissism, alcoholism, any of the addictions, compulsions. But it's something that's not working in your life, and it's making your life not work. You got Mother Earth in reverse. And you now have the ability to take action on this. That's interesting. This feels a little like a continuation of the Aries reading, but we're not gonna label it that yet. Okay. In your immediate environment, you've got the Lovers and Five of Fire, the Struggle. That's so interesting. Okay, you might be dealing with an Aries. This looks like the inverse of the Aries reading a little bit. It looks to me with these two both have to do with other. And this is about a relationship, okay? The Lovers. The relationship is upright, but what they're dealing with is in reverse. It looks like they want to give up the struggle. That's the Five of Fire in reverse. Somebody around you may have gotten sober or kicked a habit, and now you have to consider in your life, what do you want to do? With Father Wind in reverse here, Two of Wind in reverse, And the devil in the position of you, it looks like them possibly saying, I don't want to fight anymore. It doesn't quite feel like a third party. It feels like the people around you changed something and turned your relationship upside down to some degree, but they don't want to fight anymore. They're coming out of a fight. You are represented by the devil. And like I said, Father Wind sometimes can have crooked thinking. It's like he doesn't have straight thinking on how to deal with this choice point. Your ability to control this situation, though, is your ability to take action. So that's important. This feels very important. What you've done with this then, Mastery in reverse, the Nine of Earth, the Zenith, and One of Fire, Force. Okay, in your current position, Gemini, you have One of Fire, Force in reverse. This is the Ace of Wands, okay? So upright, this would be taking action or a new seed point of passion, a new seed point of taking action. Like in reverse, though, in your current position, it feels like you haven't taken any action yet. The fact that the card came out, though, I feel like you're going to take action. You just haven't yet. In your will and desire, you have Mastery in reverse, and then in your confidence, you have the Nine of Earth, the Zenith. So the Nine of Earth, the Zenith, in your confidence, you feel fine the way you are. You feel fine where you are. You have what you need. Interesting, though, because all of the nines versus the tens, the nines are for one person, the tens are for more than one person. So in your confidence, you have the Nine of Earth, the Zenith. Now, being coupled with Mastery in reverse, this is the 79th card in this deck. It stands for alchemical mastery. You have it in reverse. It echoes very much this devil energy. And this Father Wind energy in reverse. It's like there's a crooked thinking here. This being in your will and desire, it does look a little bit like the devil has hold of you, Gemini. That you're in a relationship with somebody who's changing, who's decided to not struggle anymore, who's decided to kind of clean up their act, probably. This tells me you're not really considering them in this equation. Maybe because you're in a position of Two of Swords right now, which is blocking out the outside world and going inside and trying to figure out exactly what you want. That makes more sense. That feels better. You're in a position of going inside to determine your truth. You're not interested in anybody else's whatever. It needs to be based on you. It needs to be based on what you decide. So whatever they're doing in the environment around you, I think has possibly spurred this looking inside for answers. And what you want is to gain mastery on something. When a card is in reverse, to me, oftentimes it's emerging. It's like you have gone inside and you know that you can come up with the correct answer to this problem of the devil. You haven't taken any action on it yet. I think you're still in this Two of Wind in reverse, which is a little bit of a hanged man position. In your greater environment, you've got Ten of Wind, the Way of the Cross, and Temperance in reverse. So first thing, when this came out, I do think there's a possibility this was a third person. Maybe somebody left you or somebody cheated on you. And they don't want to struggle about it with you. They don't want to fight with you about it, which has sent you into a position of really looking inside. Maybe determining the ways in which you were not great in this relationship, or else the ways in which this relationship was not good for you, that it brought out the worst in you. Because in your greater environment, you've got a bunch of betrayal. This is huge betrayal. This is upright Ten of Wind. This is massive betrayal, but it's the end of a cycle. It's also mind effery, okay? Because this is wind. It's mental. It's paired here with Temperance in reverse. Somebody is got broken tools. Somebody's broken tools have caused a betrayal. This, I would say, is their broken tools. not you. Temperance to me is the correct recipe. It's having the correct tool. It's knowing which tool to use, which ingredient to put in order to make things work. It's alchemy. In reverse, with the way of the cross, it's like somebody's using broken tools. That's what I really, really feel like. Somebody doesn't know that there's another way, that there would have been a better way to do it, because whatever they did led to a huge betrayal here. And it very possibly could have been that they cheated on you. Okay, your new perspective then, Gemini. You've got the Eight of Waters, still waters in reverse. Okay. Still waters, your current position, Gemini, in reverse. It means this seems like it's pretty simple to you, because upright, it's very deep, it's very wide. There's a lot to look at, blah, blah, blah. In reverse, there's not a whole lot to look at. It's pretty cut and dry. Like, the Lovers here, this could definitely be you. This person might be using this relationship in a gaslighting way, and what you're going after is trying to see what this crooked thinking is. This relationship might be the devil to you, might have a hold on you and really messing you up, and you're trying to figure it out. This and this speak similarly to me. Because Mastery in reverse is in your position of will and desire, it's like you are trying very hard to understand this confusion. It's a big something that's happened here, though. A big betrayal. Way of the Cross, Ten of the Wind, the devil. You're trying to figure out the devil. And you've gone inside, blocking out everybody else. So your new perspective, and this is a position of enlightenment. This position in my spread is the position of the Hanged Man. It's an enlightenment position. And you're realizing there's not a whole lot to get here. It's pretty simple. This person's gaslighting you, something like that, and they're pretending that they're not, or this happened in the past, because we've got this big betrayal here, and you're trying to figure out what in the world is really going on here. It's simple, though, Gemini. This speaks to me right now of the North Node in Gemini, where it is right now, which is simple. Don't complicate things. Don't let them complicate things. Spark of change is going to happen. Two of Earth, cause and effect. So this speaks to me a little bit of testing the waters. I do this, they do this. That'll start to illuminate the devil. Or they do this to get my reaction of that, right? It's cause and effect. And this is in the spark of change. So see how this works in this relationship. See what's happening. This feels formulaic to me. It feels like they have a pat answer to anything you bring up. I think that this is like your spark of change is going to happen when you start testing how this is working. This feels a little bit alchemical, kind of like this temperance in reverse out here. It speaks to a scientific method to me right now. A leads to B, B leads to C, C leads to A. That's what it feels like. Your best course of action, Seven of Fire, courage. Ooh, be courageous. Know you're standing on higher ground. Know you have God on your side. Be courageous. It's flat out called courage in this deck, and it feels like being courageous. The devil is a very formidable energy. Having that with this huge betrayal, temperance in reverse, which feels like using the wrong tools. But the devil and this mastery card in reverse here, they're very powerful energies, and your best course of action is to have courage, stand up for yourself, don't back down from this. Keep being drawn here to this still waters in reverse, though. It's simple. There's something simple and scientific about it that you can do. But trust you're in the right here. What you're going to struggle with, Nine of Fire, Eye of Fire in reverse. Upright, the Nine of Fire is staying in the battle. In reverse, it's not necessarily staying in the battle. you're considering possibly leaving this situation. It feels more like they aren't going to want to talk about it, though. This feels a little like ghosting. It feels like they're going to ignore you. They're going to avoid the question. Maybe they did cheat on you and they ran off with somebody else and they won't talk to you. They're not participating. That's what it feels like. That's what you're going to struggle with. Falls on top of this struggle in reverse. It feels like, ooh, it does. Wow, that's interesting. These two together, it does feel like they ghosted you or they just decided to not deal with you. That's what you're going to struggle with. So let's see if we can come up with a solution for that. Maybe that's all there is. Maybe that's why it's simple. What needs to fall away, Gemini? The Hermit in reverse. It falls on top of the Lovers. Upright, the Hermit is the wise one. He's the guru. He knows what's happening. In reverse, they don't know what's happening. What needs to fall away is you thinking you can teach them, because the Hermit is the teacher. He's the great teacher. With this and the Eye of Fire, it does feel like there's something to talk about here with this cause and effect. This cause and effect has something to do with getting them to engage with you. What needs to fall away has something to do with them not communicating with you. So it feels like that in order to do this, working it out, cause and effect, getting to the bottom of it, the isolation somehow needs to fall away. It feels like they're not communicating with you. We might get more clarification on that. Okay, the direction you need to head. Okay, contrary action, that's what it feels like. So, and this could very well have to do with crooked thinking, not understanding, having broken tools, both of you. The direction to head is to do the opposite of what you would normally do. Because I'll tell you, when you're in a relationship with somebody, there's a dance step that you get into. The only way to break that dance step is to do a different step, do something different, do something unexpected. It feels like contrary action. Do the opposite of what you would normally do, because what you normally do is not getting you the results you want. And I think that with this cause and effect here, you're going to see that if you do something different, you're going to get a different effect, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. This is saying, do the opposite of what you normally would do, because what you normally do is getting you the same result, and it's crooked thinking. It's not working. So do contrary action, Gemini. Okay, what you're not seeing. Strength in reverse. And this one. Ten of Water, Fountain of Love. That's interesting. There's a weakness in love here. There's a weakness in love, and that's interesting. This falls on top of the Devil. This says to me that the answer to this Devil energy, and the reason the Devil has crept into your relationship, is because there's too little love going on here. I think it has to do with spirit. To me, the Strength card in this deck talks about two serpents, two people, and God protecting this relationship, or at least an angel or a higher being overlooking and caring for this relationship. You have it in reverse. I think that the answer to this Devil is to realize that and to bring in love. This also says bring in God, because we're dealing with the Devil. Like there's no God in your relationship. There's no, everybody's just got caught up in this Devil. You need to do contrary action, which is, it feels like the family that prays together stays together. That quote. Now, I'm not even religious of any particular denomination in that sense, but it feels like that. It feels like the answer to this is for both of you to bring in your higher powers, bring in more love. This feels like God, though. It feels like you guys are weak because the Devil has gotten hold, because God isn't in this relationship. So whatever that means to you, I think that you need to bring in love. Like this, if this weakness can be overcome by the fountain of love, and spirit is the biggest source of love out there. This has something to do with God and the devil, good and evil. Like, there's another quote. It's the only thing needed for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. And it feels like that. Bring God back into this, which would be contrary action. Hermit in reverse is you trying to run on your own will, own volition, figure it out all on your own, and that's not working. That needs to fall away. I think you need to bring God into this relationship. And I don't know, you'll have to decide what that exactly means for you, but the answer to the devil is God and love. Okay, what's going to be illuminated? Judgment. Oh, resurrection. Oh, that's awesome. This is new life to your relationship. This is the ending of a cycle, okay? The ending of this betrayal. It's unifying three things, which is not happening out here in the Temperance. It does. It feels like you, them, and God brings about a complete resurrection of this relationship, a complete change. Bring in the spirit. Bring in love. It's going to completely transform your relationship and take you to the next level. The bigger picture, Gemini, one of Earth form. Now it's in reverse, but this is a seed point of a new life. So in reverse, it's emerging. The bigger picture is that you are being given a new opportunity for a different kind of life. The likely outcome, then, Gemini, 8 of Wind Power Shield, and the Moon in reverse. Oh, wait, I think this one wants to come out too. Ooh, really? All right, 3 more. Here we go. 7 of Water, Insight in reverse. The Sun. Sister Fire in reverse. Oh, that's so beautiful. This Sun card falls directly above the Fountain of Love. It's like you have an opportunity for a new seed point here, a new life. And this is all coming out of this going inside, okay, to come up with your own truth. So the first cards that came out were the 8 of Wind and the Moon in reverse. So the 8 of Wind, Power Shield, this is the trapping card. It's being trapped by your thoughts, a little bit trapped by your fear of the unknown, okay? So this trap, this fear of the unknown, that's the Moon in reverse, what you can't see. It's like this trapping is about to be seen because the Moon in reverse is the unseen being seen. So you're going to have a new understanding and awareness of what's happening here, okay? And then the likely outcome is the Sun, but it's being flanked by these 2 cards in reverse. So I want to talk about those. Upright, the 7 of Water, Insight. This is the Choices card. It's the 7 of Cups. It's interesting because in the Rider-Waite deck, the 7 of Cups has somebody standing there trying to choose between the 7 different options. Some of those options are great, some of them not so great. But there's one in the middle, and it looks like a saint, a statue of a saint underneath a little veil. And that's the one that's shining in the Rider-Waite deck. It's God, bringing in God. That's the correct choice, okay? You have this choices in reverse. Like you feel like you have no options. Sister Fire, this is the Page of Wands. This is an initiate into spirit realms. In reverse, it feels again like this Hermit in reverse. It feels like running all on your own will. Like you don't have any choices. The end result is the 2 of you together being shined on by the light of God. this running on your own will, making your choice, you're not making good choices. It's like bring in that hidden power to shine light on your relationship. There's too much darkness in this relationship. Right now, this moon in reverse and this 7 of water insight in reverse, they feel dark. The likely outcome is if you notice that you don't have enough love, enough spirit, enough God stuff in your relationship, and that's why the devil is taking over. You bring that in by doing contrary action, there's going to be a whole new resurrection to this and a new seed point for a new kind of a life. What's not seen is going to be seen as the trap that it is, because really your likely outcome is enlightenment, and this is a couple in this card. Enlightenment for you guys. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's what I have for you today, Gemini. I hope that that's helped. If it has, please hit the like button. Otherwise, namaste.